Good morning, guys, and welcome to this video. And the time is 6:39 a.m. and we are off on yet another trip. आज का ये राइड बहुत खास होने वाला है और the reason I would be sharing with you a little later. Basically, you will see by yourself. So it's kind of a short trip. By short trip, I mean this is below 150 kilometers. Nonetheless, the excitement is quite high. Like we planned this trip around 2 weeks ago, but since then we have been waiting. At least I have been waiting. The road is clear because it's the early morning and the weather is cooler. I mean, day by day it's getting cold, even though it is only 15th of November. Generally, this time we do not get, uh, you know, very cold morning or the day. However, this time, this year specifically, it is cooler, much cooler than previous years actually. So we will wait here. So guys, सुबह सुबह ही बहुत तगड़ा वाला इशू हो गया है। ये देखो, ये बहुत बड़ा एक कील घुस गया है पीछे के टायर में। अब मैं खड़ा हूँ वेटिंग फॉर वन ऑफ माय फ्रेंड टू गो टू जॉइन मी ऑन द ट्रिप, बट अचानक से मुझे दिखा ये पंक्चर। एंड अभी तो 7 भी नहीं बजे, पता नहीं कि अभी कोई मैकेनिक मिलेगा या भी नहीं। अगर नहीं मिलेगा तो वी हैव टू वेट। एनीवेज, देखते हैं। सुबह सुबह शुरुआत में ही बहुत बड़ा एक इशू आ गया है यार, मूड खराब हो गया। बस बस, थैंक यू भैया। कितना हो गया? बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया भैया, आप जल्दी कर दिए। चलो, द पंक्चर इज नाउ रिपेयर्ड, बट आई विल नीड टू check the tire pressure in a petrol pump nearby. Anyway, I have to refuel it. Huh? Huh. Hmm. Didn't expected this to happen, but we should, keep in mind that this thing could happen because these are normal. This is okay. The puncture is now fixed. Now we are on to meet our friends, right? I mean, meet with my friends, and we'll continue the journey from there. So this কিছুদিন আগে কিছুদিন আগে কিছুদিন আগে কিছুদিন আগে হুম এই বলছি, সামনে পেট্রোল পাম্পে দাঁড়াবি তো? আমি ফুল করব প্লাস হাওয়াটাও হাওয়াটাও দেখাবো। দিয়েছি, কিন্তু ওদের তো ওই ম্যানুয়াল মেশিন না। আর তাও ঠিক আছে, একবার দেখে নেবো ভাই। और हम फुल टैंक करवा लिए हैं और फुल टैंक हम निकल चुके हैं पेट्रोल पंप से। इस रास्ते में भैया बहुत जैम है, बहुत ज़्यादा ही भीड़ रहता है इसमें। हाँ, खास करके 7:30 बज गए हैं, तो you can see how is the condition, being the road being so narrow. Obviously it is obvious that it will get congested. But last time when we did our last trip, I used the same route. इतना ज़्यादा भीड़ नहीं था भाई, क्योंकि वो बहुत सुबह सुबह निकले थे हम। गाइस कल रात से जो एक्साइटमेंट थी ना, मतलब बहुत तगड़ा वाला एक्साइटमेंट है, क्योंकि प्रीवियस ट्रिप सक्सेसफुल रहा। इवन दो इट इज़ शॉर्ट ट्रिप गाइस, बट वो मेरा फर्स्ट ट्रिप था और वो दैट वाज गुड। एंड दिस वाज अ वेरी लॉन्ग एंटिसिपेटेड ट्रिप वी वर हैविंग, और बहुत ज़्यादा तगड़ा वाला एक्साइटमेंट था। बट ये सुबह सुबह पंक्चर होके वो एक्साइटमेंट, वो मूड का भी पंक्चर हो गया सही में। मतलब then this road, this traffic, okay, I suggested that we leave very early, but my boys didn't listen. Anyways वो तन्मय को बहुत ज़्यादा ही दूर से आना पड़ता है, तो वो 5:30 बजे अकॉर्डिंग टू 5:30 बजे उठ के रेडी हो रहा था, बट पहुंचते पहुंचते उसको 7 बज गया। एनीवेज व्हाट इट इज़, कोई नहीं। बस थोड़ी दूर पे हम मिलने वाले हैं नेशनल हाईवे 16 के साथ, मुलाकात होगी हमारी, और वहाँ से सफ़र तो बहुत ही सुंदर एंड मीठा होने वाला। सो वी आर ऑन द नेशनल हाईवे 16, और सफ़र तो अभी जस्ट शुरू ही हुआ है। हाँ, मतलब हिंदी वाला सफ़र। सुबह सुबह तो इंग्लिश वाला सफ़र हो गया था, बट उसी के चक्कर में यार मूड इतना ख़राब हो गया था कि मतलब बोलने का मन ही नहीं कर रहा था। एनीवेज एक फिर पेट्रोल पंप पे गया रिफ्यूलिंग कराने। वहाँ पे मैंने सोचा कि वो एयर मशीन्स रहते हैं, एक्यूरेट रीडिंग्स होंगे, तो वहाँ पे फिर से मैं प्रेशर चेक करवा लूँगा। और जनरली मैं ये खुद अकेले नहीं करता, बट वहाँ का जो पेट्रोल पंप में जो जो भी है, वो कह रहे थे कि उन्हें ये करना आता ही नहीं है। अरे यार ये कैसा चक्कर हो गया। तो फिर चेक अभी हुआ नहीं है, और हम लोग नेशनल हाईवे पे आ गए हैं ऑलरेडी। आगे पेट्रोल पंप तो ज़रूर मिल जाएगा। तो ये रहा ट्रिप का पहला टोल गेट। आई थिंक दिस in the last trip we had only one toll gate, which is this. However, this time probably we will get another one. ओके चलो, जैम से तो छुटकारा मिल गया है नाउ। तो आज का डेस्टिनेशन है दोस्तों झाड़ग्राम, प्लेस इन वेस्ट बंगाल, और यू कैन से झाड़गांव वट एवर, but it's a very rural area and beautiful place. We have been there before, and but this time it's special as all of our friends are uh, traveling on motorcycles. So as I said in the morning, I did mention that this trip would be a little special trip for me, and I was pretty excited for the same. The reason being, I'm traveling with my friends actually. They are my school buddies. The first time we are traveling on a two-wheeler. So far we have traveled around 21 kilometers or so. Almost 130 kilometers of journey still left, and more. Actually, our resort is 150, We are planning to, like after checking in in the resort, after checking in, we are planning not to spend too much time there, but actually we'll be heading towards sightseeing. So that could be, I'm not sure if everybody agrees, that could be yet another like 50-60 kilometers of travel. We are on back on the trip. I had our breakfast. It was kind of a heavy breakfast. We thought that the parathas would be thinner, but eventually it was way thicker than we thought, and the breakfast was heavy. But so अभी तो लंच के लिए हम सोचेंगे भी नहीं 2-3 बजे तक. In fact, we are planning to check in into the resort just to keep our luggage there, and then we will leave for the sightseeing. I wish it was a bit closer, but nonetheless, fantastic view. I am guessing that uh, we will get more of this kind of views ahead. We enter the Lodhasuli forest area. That is where the view gets serene. This is why we ride, guys. Beautiful views, open roads, gusty winds. It's what freedom look like, right? Even though, well, I was when I was kid, I used to read stories about rural areas in books, and if you see these palm trees and the cows grazing, this is the exact typical, uh, you know, scenery we generally would have seen. We have seen on the books. So this scenery is whenever we see it, I see it rather. It, it's like a, like a nostalgia. I was little worried about like if the puncture was repaired fine or not. Eventually, in fact, we all did check the tire pressure like a couple of minutes back, and it seems we are all good. So on that note, guys, I know that most of you have follows this, but I would suggest to all my fellow riders. See, both of my friends were reluctant to check the tire pressure. They thought that it was absolutely fine. They don't feel the pressure was bad. Like this type of motorcycles, the tires get very good. I mean, these tires are very good, right? You don't really feel anything wrong, especially if you are not that pro riders. However, you should always check the tire pressure. before the trip starts. I generally do it. This time I didn't get time from my office work, thus I couldn't get a checkup. But I was like waiting when I would be able to get the tire pressure checked, and eventually we found out, both of them, he and other friend who is riding behind, both of them, I mean both the bikes had like, the rear tire pressure was like 10 or 15. Can you imagine? So if I wouldn't have forced them to check, they would have rode it till the destination, and it's pretty dangerous. Not only, the tire pressure dips, it can also expand. Like for mine, the rear tire pressure should have been 33, but when I checked it was 50. Can you imagine? So guys, we are already in Jhargram. Yeah, so you can see this is the Jhargram area. So we took the service road. uh, by the way, the proper Jhargram town is left, but we will take right from here. Okay, so we are officially into the Lodhasuli area, which eventually means the forest area. Well, as you can see, so in no time we will actually be, oh, inside. We'll be riding through the forest. Fantastic. And we are cruising at a speed of 60 because we don't want to rush. We already always in hurry, right? In our day-to-day life, we are always in hurry. But we have come here not to rush, but to give our life a chance to slow down. That's our knock. We are here, guys. So we will check in, have some rest. Like we'll spend not more than 15-20 minutes, half an hour. Yeah.